Thousands of people have died in the storm here recently. Thousands, not hundreds. I called a friend up in Pennsylvania and I said, Jack, how many people died in the storm down here?
The Eustace Conway mystery. His family just broke their silence, and what they revealed changes everything about Eustace Conway. For 3 days, he vanished without a trace. When he stumbled out of those mountains, he was barefoot, covered in scratches, repeating one terrifying phrase: "The forest took me." What his nephew found hidden in the woods explains everything. Hit subscribe, because this story has never been told publicly until now.
The final ingredient is a strengthener that Eustace happens to have over on the farm.
Hey, buddy. So we want to get this hair. We'll just get a collection of it over here.
The man who became the wilderness. Most people know Eustace Conway from Mountain Men, the ultimate survivalist who could outlast any storm. But here's what cameras never showed. At 17, Eustace walked into the Blue Ridge Mountains and founded Turtle Island Preserve. No phones, no electricity, just ancient skills most people have forgotten. For years, it worked. He became a legend. But around 2015, something changed. His letters home got shorter, his visits rare.
Eustace Conway is fighting to protect his wilderness sanctuary from an encroachment of real estate developers.
I don't want development here. It's just going to ruin my water supply, ruin my life, ruin my world.
Family noticed him staring into the forest for minutes, completely silent, like he was listening to something no one else could hear. He started calling the land she, talking about the forest like it was alive, breathing, watching, remembering. His brother said something nobody understood at the time. Eustace doesn't live in the woods. The woods live in him. Nobody knew how literal that would become. The whispers. Visitors to Turtle Island started reporting strange things. Sounds at night, low humming, distant knocking, voices coming from the trees. People saw Eustace wandering at midnight with a lantern and journal, muttering about the old spirits of the mountain. He left food and trinkets by a massive oak tree. When asked why, he said it kept the land calm. His nephew found him once, standing barefoot in a freezing stream, whispering in an unrecognizable language. "What are you doing, Uncle Eustace?" One word: listening. His journals from this period are disturbing. Shadows that breathe, eyes that blink where no eyes should be. The mountain watches back. Camera crews noticed he'd become obsessively protective of certain areas, refusing to film. He called them sacred ground. Then his nephew Daniel discovered something that changed everything.
A lot of stuff that I learned from the elders, and I want to honor them and just honor the whole tradition that's as old as life itself of passing it on to the young people.
The hidden cabin. Daniel heard Eustace's health was failing and drove to Turtle Island, unannounced. Deep in the woods, past where trails ended, he found a narrow path hidden under brush and vines. It led to a small cabin. The door was reinforced with timber and sealed with rope, like someone was keeping something in or out. Inside, hundreds of journals, floor to ceiling, weather patterns, animal migrations, strange encounters, and something else. He wrote about the Watchers, beings he claimed roamed the woods at night, ancient, unseen, protecting the mountain's secrets. There were sketches of symbols carved into trees, strange footprints, one line underlined 3 times: "They come when the fire dies." The last journal was dated 1 week before Eustace's disappearance. Pages ended mid-sentence, followed by smudged dirt and what looked like dried mud fingerprints. The disappearance. For 3 days, Turtle Island went silent. No radio contact, his horses still in pens, tools untouched, rifle by the door. Search teams found nothing. No footprints, no trail. Then on the 4th morning, Eustace appeared at the preserve's edge, barefoot, covered in scratches, shaking, eyes distant, clothes damp and torn, repeating, "The forest took me." He refused to enter his cabin. It isn't safe anymore. He slept outside for weeks, barely ate, woke screaming about the mountain, calling his name. When he finally talked, nothing made sense. A tunnel of light between trees, whispers from the ground. Something ancient beneath the soil, watching. His family searched where he was last seen. Claw marks on the inside of his cabin door. Deep gouges, like something desperately trying to get out. When Eustace saw them, he went pale. It wasn't trying to hurt me. It was trying to warn me. The confession months later, gathered around a fireplace, his brother asked, "What really happened out there?" Eustace stared into the flames. Then he spoke. Weeks before vanishing, he'd been having dreams, a calling, something pulling him deeper into the mountains. He followed it. The forest was unnaturally silent. No birds, no wind. He found a clearing where the ground looked disturbed, like something had been buried and dug up many times. He felt compelled to dig. Beneath the soil, an ancient burial site. Bones, tools, carved stones with spiral symbols. The moment he touched one stone, everything changed. The woods darkened. Air went cold. Hundreds of whispers rose from beneath the earth. He ran, but every step felt heavier, like the ground was pulling him back. That night, voices followed him home, whispering through cabin walls. They weren't angry. They were watchful, reminding me that some parts of the mountain were never meant to be disturbed. Animals avoided him after. Weather shifted violently. The same symbols appeared carved into nearby trees. His brother asked, "Did you take anything?" Eustace nodded. One carved stone, wrapped in cloth, hidden under his bed. That's when everything spiraled. He looked at them all. I think the mountain woke up. Strange things kept happening at Turtle Island. Storms hitting only certain areas. Lightning striking the same ridge repeatedly. Trees split in half, except where Eustace had placed his carved wooden totems. Wildlife acted unnaturally. Deer avoided his cabin. Birds migrated early. Horses refused certain trails. His nephew caught him whispering toward the ground. "You can rest now." Eustace told his family the wilderness had consciousness humans couldn't comprehend. The mountain had memory. Every tree, every wind, carried stories older than mankind. "When people take without asking," he said, "the mountain screams." Behind his cabin, dozens of wooden carvings, faces with hollow eyes and gaping mouths. Each matched the spiral symbol from the burial site. His nephew swears the faces seemed to shift, watching whoever walked by. They're reminders to the land that I still listen. Environmental researchers studied his journals and were stunned. His weather notes and wildlife observations aligned precisely with ecological shifts, sometimes recorded days before they occurred, like he could feel the land's pulse before science could measure it. Today, Eustace lives a life few can imagine. Smoke rises from Turtle Island at dawn, though no one sees him. His family visits occasionally, leaving supplies at the trailhead, never going too deep. The air feels heavy there. The silence carries warning. Every year on his disappearance anniversary, the same ridge glows faintly for minutes, like lightning trapped beneath soil. Scientists call it mineral reactions. Those who knew Eustace call it something else, the mountain remembering him. His nephew said it best. He didn't lose himself in the wilderness. He found something bigger than himself and decided to stay with it. Whether Eustace discovered a living consciousness or touched the deepest layers of human connection to nature, we may never know. What's certain, he left more than a legacy of self-reliance. He left a mystery rooted in Turtle Island's soil. His family doesn't speak of tragedy. They speak of transformation. "The mountain called him home," his sister whispered, and he answered, for those wondering what truly happened in that wilderness. Maybe the answer isn't meant to be found. Maybe it's meant to be felt in the whisper of wind, the rustle of trees, the quiet reminder that Earth remembers every soul that truly listens. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button. Subscribe for more mysteries. Let us know in the comments. Did Eustace discover something real? Or did the wilderness consume him?